Hey kiddos, we are again today going to introduce yoga practice into our classroom. We're going to do small groups just like we did yesterday, but today we're going to focus on yoga practices and positions that implement balance into our routine and stretching, which we all know is huge because you guys sit in desks quite often during school. So that stretching and balancing piece is very, very important. So for our mini lesson today, you guys are going to be in groups around the room, in groups of 6. So there's 6 people at each station. And we're going to do exactly what we did last time. You're going to try a different pose for 3 minutes at each station. So 2 stations are going to be centered and focused on balance, and 2 stations are going to be focused on stretching. So let me start by showing you guys those poses. So our first balance stretch is going to be the half moon pose. Now, what's funny about this one is that even though it is balance, it's going to stretch your body a lot, which is why I loved that it paired so well. Doing this exercise opens up your ribs and your sides, and we get some cross-body movement going because we're going to be bending both directions. So we are going to go into what we call mountain pose, which is just standing straight. You can have your legs together, you can have your legs apart, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. You're going to push your arms up to the sky, and you can see my fingers are interlocked here, but you can also just hold them in kind of like a clump. And you're going to bend and exhale, breathe in and out, bending to the right. And then you'll go to the left. Now remember, yoga is not supposed to hurt, so only bend as far as you're able to in your body. And that is our first balance pose. Now our second balance pose is actually really nice because there's not a whole lot of movement, but it does quite a bit. And all it is breathing. But we're going to visualize breathing with our hands, almost like we're blowing up a balloon. And then we're pushing on the balloon to deflate it. Now, this exercise helps us regroup, refocus, and reorganize our thoughts. It's going to help us re-energize in our body. And it's just a visual reminder of how to breathe. So what I want you to do is form I don't know what you would call this, form 2 little pockets with your hands. And let's make our thumbs touch. So when you breathe in, we're going to fill up our balloon with air. And you can try to keep your fingers together, but that's not always possible. So let's breathe in. Inflate your balloon. And exhale, we're going to squeeze our balloon shut. Breathe in. Breathe out. And that helps us with our balance. Okay, on to our stretching poses, my 2 stretching groups. We are going to do the 2 poses, camel, so an animal, and we're doing cat and cow. So these should be super easy to remember because we are just using animals to remember them. So our very first one, camel, it opens your throat up, which is really interesting how you stretch your throat, but you're going to open your throat up. And it actually activates your immune system. So that helps us prevent getting sick. So our camel pose, we are going to have to get on our knees, and I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see me again. I'm going to also face the side so that you can see a little bit better. So we're going to get down on our knees, and we're literally just going to bend back as far as our bodies will let us. You can take your head with you. I think that will help your throat a whole lot more if you do. But if that hurts, you can also keep your head right where it is. And let's do that again. You're almost trying to make your head touch your feet. Okay, very nice job, everybody. And our last pose for stretching is going to be the cat and cow pose. So I did this a lot when I was your guys' age, way back when. In PE class, this is one of the stretches we had to do. This stretch works your spine and it wakes up your body, gets you breathing more. So what happens is we are going to come down here on our knees again. And hopefully you can see me. You're going to try to get on your knees, lean forward on your hands, and we want to arch our back up. We want to pull our spine towards the ceiling. And we're going to combine breathing with this pose. So we're going to breathe in when we bring our spine up to the ceiling. And then that's cow pose. We're going to look like a cat. We're going to arch our backs. And when we arch our backs, we're going to breathe out. And again. And cat pose. Now I'm going to keep my head straight because I think that's how it works best. We're going to cow pose, breathe in. And cat pose, breathe out. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. So that exercise not only helps us breathe, it also helps us stretch. So let's go ahead and break into those groups and get started.